especially excited about this news. I'm going to be really careful not to dox anybody or give away any information here. But between Kansas Tools and Joshua Wilson, some really valuable members to our community here, they're showing some pictures. Yeah, Joshua Wilson. They're showing some pictures of potentially some new forged batteries that they haven't really announced the news yet, but you can clearly see this battery is very different than most Milwaukee batteries. And that's really exciting news because I know I was really upset during the announcement release, whatever. We did a live about it with another content creator on here, Tools with Souls. If you don't know who Tools with Souls is, go check out his channel. He's got some really valuable insight and information. But we're going to bring you the news first here, and this is going to be one of the first pictures. This is some kind of uh, new unreleased kind of news here. The design is for the stack pack kind of wall design that Milwaukee has, and something's hanging on there. I've got the stuff for the wall, but I made a short about it earlier about the price and everything about it. Josh was this smaller pouch forged batteries, 2.0 and 3.0 range would be a game changer. I agree. I was really upset about the 6.0 when it first came out. Don't get me wrong. 6.0 is going to be a welcome addition to your arsenal of tools because you're going to be powering your bigger tools for longer. But my thought is if you need a bigger battery, your tool is already very large. So you're already going to be using two hands on it. And it would have been really nice to just have something smaller that made your other tools otherwise more enjoyable to use. So especially as an electrician, I was really excited to see a smaller battery to lighten up the load on all of the other M18 tools that you use with one hand. Really excited about this. So we've been talking about the stack lithium stuff for quite some time now. This is probably a 2-year-old video here, and you can see we've actually got a stacked lithium battery from DeWalt on this Milwaukee. This is long before Milwaukee ever announced their pouch cell stuff, and we've been trying to see what a stacked lithium would be like on these tools for quite some time. So we already knew how they were going to react, and I was really excited about it. But when they showed that they're coming with a larger battery, I didn't even bother buying it, honestly. So I'm super excited to see this. Here's some more pictures here. Kansas Tools has pointed out here that it kind of looks like maybe their Australian design, which would be looking more like this maybe. So we've got some speculations going here, but it definitely looks like something they haven't talked to us about before. And if you look down here at the very bottom, they're saying that they might see the words forge on there. It's hard to see in these pictures, but if Joshua Wilson is talking about it, it's probably going to happen. He's like a detective. We call him Detective Wilson. So we got Kansas Tools and Joshua Wilson kind of debating on what might be. I'm really excited about it either way. I really hope they make the battery smaller. It's the route they needed to go. Joshua says the red lines are way different. The area I highlighted in blue is what would say forge. So let's see. Joshua says might be a 2.0 or 3.0 forge. I may be hallucinating here, but there may be some merit. Kansas says you've done good effort nonetheless. So it's all just speculation, but yeah, this looks really exciting. I will 100% switch back to Milwaukee if they come out with some smaller batteries. And they just came out with their kind of failed line, if you ask me. It is their compact series. They didn't even have a quick insert chuck. I don't know why they wouldn't do that, but the smaller batteries are definitely going to help that line out. It's a good drill. Do you have the 999, Joshua? Oh, okay. Talking about DeWalt there. So currently, right now, I'm on the DeWalt Flex train. They've got the stack lithium. The 3.5 on the Flex is by far the best power to weight ratio battery I've ever put my hands on. It's fantastic, and they don't leak. The Flex batteries apparently leak. So what I hear through the grapevine is if you do have a Flex battery that leaks, contact them, and they might be sending you a stack lithium battery to replace it. That's what I've heard. I don't know if that's true or not. Joshua says the best and most powerful cordless hammer drill DeWalt makes. It is big. M18 hammer drill is smaller and lighter and more powerful. But 999 is, yeah, exactly. One thing about having a really powerful drill and being small is the ratio of like the center of gravity. And I will say for the size of the M18 and how powerful it was almost too small. Just an absolute powerhouse of a drill. Love the thing to death. It still might be the strongest hammer drill ever, but it's just really really small. So they already did a really good job. It was already really compact. I'm sure that the compact 18 stuff is great, but as long as the 12 volts around, and now they're doubling down because they're making the 12 volt jigsaw, and I don't see them changing their battery style anytime soon. So I bought back into the M12 line because the M12 is by far the most powerful 12 volt platform. They've got the most tools, and I really, really like the Surge. DeWalt has the best ergonomics for me. I agree, Diligent Dave. The DeWalt ergonomics are fantastic. I think they fixed that on the new gen. Yes, the quick insert collet drop bits. I believe they fixed it on the new gen as well. Why they would come out with a non-quick insert collet on the subcompact line is beyond me. Josh says 199 means business. Milwaukee Gen 3 and 5, the new Gen 4 impact driver has new 2-ball collet for retention, no more issues. Yep. It goes like this. It goes Flex, DeWalt, and then Milwaukee for speed of the hammer drill. So they're all strong enough to do whatever you need to do. All of them will do anything stupid you need them to do. They're going to do it. It boils down to which one hammers the fastest for me. Because if you're going to spend that kind of money on a hammer drill, it needs to be able to do concrete well, or save your money, buy a drill driver, and go get an STS. That's the way I feel about it. So the DeWalt has more RPMs, hits a lot faster. The Flex is just way faster than anything, and the faster you want to drill depends on the dullness or the newness of your STS or hammer drill bit. So if you don't have a sharp hammer drill bit in the Flex, it's not going to go as fast as an STS. But the Flex hammer drill for most concrete will actually drive faster than an STS in block, in brick. Definitely newer poured stuff, a lot of new construction. Most of your concrete is newer. When I say newer, I mean less than 5 years old, less than 10 years old. The older the concrete gets, the harder it gets. I've drilled through 100-year-old concrete, and my 12 volt M18, my 12 volt M12 was pretty much just bouncing and making the concrete shiny. We had to go get the Bosch to get a hole in it. So get a drill driver and an SCS. Yeah, exactly. That's the way I feel. And now with the Surges, man, you can't go wrong with a little impact. They're not the most powerful, but man, when they start hitting and there's like no vibration and the noise is just different, it just feels like they just constantly push. Really, really nice tools out there. Or says the ups are vicious on my hammer. Tilt ups are vicious on my hammer drills. My M18 SCS does quick work of holes for tab cons. Yes, I agree. I agree with that. I would have liked to have seen a hammer function, and I want to see a new M12 SDS. And I don't want them to go bigger. They did that with the bandsaw, right? So they went bigger with the bandsaw, and now it's useless to me because you may as well have a larger bandsaw that's faster, that cuts better. But they went with a 12-volt bandsaw. They made the opening so wide that it puts you into a different category of regular materials you're using. So what I mean by that is the original bandsaw that I still have cut 1 5/8 strut, and it did it really well, right? And that was it. It cut 1 inch pipe, 1 1/8, and then you were done. That's all you needed for smaller stuff. Now they're trying to go into a category of a 2.5 inch cut where your pipe is larger. It requires chain vices. It requires larger benders that plug in the wall. You got the big tools out. You may as well have a big bandsaw. There's no point in a compact bandsaw now. So them making that tool like 30% larger is not a welcome addition to the arsenal. I'd much rather have the smaller one that I could almost hang on my hip, hang on my ladder, took up less space, easier to carry. I don't know why they would do that. So, anyway, I'm sure some members will see this. We got Texas Southpaw. He's pretty close to me. I got Robert Walton. He's pretty close to me. I've got some GPS range bags. Very, very nice. Wheels, holster slots, rolling, extendable handle. I think the thing was like $250. I've got that up for grabs. I've got a Dragon tactical carrying case for longer tools, if you will. And it's got like 4 or 5 pockets amongst that. I mean, you can carry pretty much the whole arsenal with that. I've got a couple of range bags down here. You guys should hit me up. You got my number if you want them. The non-fuel M12 bandsaw is a beast. I agree. That's one that I'm trying to hang on to. I got to think where it was in my shop. If it was in a cabinet, I can keep it. But if it wasn't, I'll be buying another non-fuel bandsaw. Joshua says, oh yeah, get that 999 plus the 9.0 battery on sale. Yeah, the 999 is good. It's just heavy. I like the 998 for the price, and you get the fast charger, and then you get the 8.0 when it's like 280 or how much is it? 300? Yeah, 280 or 300. I think sometimes it goes up for like 350. But when it's that price, you get an 8, you get a really, really good hammer drill with good ergonomics, and then you get a rapid charger. It's a good price. I don't think the new Forge battery, I think there's a European brand battery because that's exactly what they look like. Stefan Dietrich, that's possible. Joshua Wilson, to Joshua Wilson's defense here, because he's the detective over here. He says that same tool, picture of the same setup, but the battery is clearly different. So we've got 2 different batteries here, right? We've got this one here, and then you've got this one here, and it could be an EU battery, and they might be showing up for 2 different parts of the world, showcasing their new kind of pack out stuff. But yeah, the red line is different. The 2.0 is a bigger in the front. As far as them not releasing the smaller battery, it does suck. I would have much rather preferred the 6.0 M18 platform is completely 18. They don't have flexible batteries. Yeah. Show the last pick of the EU. Hang on. Let me do it again. This one. I don't know why YouTube has to flip my camera around. I suppose I could flip it myself here. And then this is the, what are you sending me? And then show you this. The red line is, yeah, it's thinner. I agree. There's something there. Like I said, it's all speculation, but it looks really promising because this is the forge here. And it's a big battery. It's a big battery. It is, you know, lighter, and that's great, but you're still using two hands to operate that tool with a bigger battery. So you could throw a 10, you could throw an 8, you could throw anything else in there and still have two hands, and it'd be like 2 more pounds on you. Whereas you could have done like what DeWalt did, man. That's why there's a lot of people that are liking the DeWalt. I gave my buddy an 840 to try with a stack lithium 1.7, and he was supposed to report back. I've actually got the short here somewhere. I don't know if I'll be able to. You wouldn't believe me if I have to find it. And man, we've been talking about the stack lithium stuff for a long time. This is a stack lithium DeWalt battery here with an adapter with the Milwaukee drill. And let's see. If I told you, so I have to show you. This DeWalt 5.0 power stack is too strong for this Milwaukee drill. You wouldn't. So the drills, this was before the stack lithium was out. We're thinking that the Gen 4 came out to get ready for the forged batteries. But you get that a lot, especially with aftermarket tools like Milif or something. If you put a higher output battery in those tools, they kind of just stop because it's like so much inrush current to the tool. The brain says, hey, I got too much current, and it just doesn't want to work. And that was the case with a lot of these new stack lithiums because your nominal voltage remains higher. So you've got 20 volt is what the batteries run on. M18 and DeWalt, the 20V stuff is 20 volts. But then as soon as you pull the trigger, as we've proven live many times on the Flex batteries, when I had a wire hanging out of them, they actually drop to like 14 or 15 volts. They go from 24 volts all the way down. And they hang around 16 volts while they're operating. So the stack lithium stuff just maintains a higher average voltage. So while you're using your tool, instead of 14 volts or 17 volts, you're getting closer to, 18 to 20 like they intended. So the tool, in this case, when you pull the trigger on this Milwaukee here, I told you, so I have to show you. Right then, it's usually used to seeing, maybe 15 volts after you pull the trigger. This DeWalt 5.0 power stack is too strong for this Milwaukee drill. So right then, when so the finger's still on the trigger there, what you're seeing is inrush current coming to the motor, and it just doesn't want to operate. So the stack lithium stuff, without a doubt, is more powerful than the 18650 or the 21700 stuff. So I'm really, really excited to see a smaller battery that just puts out that much more power. What's Josh say? Yep, blindly buy them because what I wanted. Oh, yeah, that's when you bought. Power stack 5s were a dud in comparison with the 1.7s. I just don't think Milwaukee's not going to do what the ball is done. Trying to catch up with the chat here. So anyway, that's some of the news there. Joshua wanted me to get the information out to you guys. I think it's good info. We'll see what happens here pretty soon. Either way, Milwaukee has got to come out with a smaller battery. And just sold all rigid and DeWalt 12 volt. Man, if you still had rigid 12 volt, I feel sorry for you. That stuff is terrible. But the DeWalt 12 volt's actually not a bad line. Not as powerful as the Milwaukee stuff, but not a bad line at all. The 999 is heavier than the Flex with the 6 amp stack lithium. Huh. That's a heavy that's a heavy tool if that's the case. The Flex stuff has been known to be like boat anchors, so. Oh, he's asking, is the 999 heavier? I don't know. That doesn't make sense because if that was the case, then Milwaukee Forge wouldn't work on that drill. So that's a Gen 3. Someone should try that because I gave away my Gen 3 and I don't have a Forge battery. So maybe Joshua, if you got a Gen 3, we could try that. Get you on live or something. That actually does that for quite a few tools.
You wouldn't believe.
Hang on. I'm trying to get this stupid pop-up out of here. Google Chrome. So we've got more stack lithium stuff. Let me go back here. One click. These are all compared. That's not going to be. I might need to look for Milwaukee or something. I'm going to get a compilation going of some Flex stuff here pretty soon when I find some time. We're still throwing stuff away out in the front, but yeah. Again, if anyone that has my anyone has my number that's local here wants to get, I don't know, $600 of range equipment, hit me up. Could have been the adapter that was not working with it. I don't know much about adapters. Could have been the adapter. But one thing's for sure is that the average voltage was maintained higher. There's no doubt about that. So the 1.7 works, the 5.0 doesn't. What would tell me is that it's definitely able to output more voltage. That wasn't anything against Milwaukee. It wasn't anything for DeWalt. It was just information about voltage. I get a lot of comments like that in the shorts, and they're like, why would you do this comparison? It's like it's just a comparison of two different batteries to show you that there is a difference. It wasn't necessarily this one's better, this one does this one sucks. It's just the 1.7 does not maintain the same higher nominal voltage as a 5.0. Because a lot of people think you put an 18 volt battery on, you're going to get 18 volts. And that's just not the case. That's why the 21700 cells are better than the 18650s, because they output more power as far as nominal higher voltage. Because Tactics Channel is anything but boring and orthodox, that's why. It's a day that ends in Y. What's up, man? I'm returning the Flex today because the check is defective and they don't stock that combo anymore. Okay. Klein Impact rated multi screwdriver recommendation for this year. Yes, it's that 500 one. What is it? I've actually got the guts to it right here. No, I don't. It's in the garage. I could go get it, but the kids are noisy. It's best just to stay away. I don't have it in here. I can look it up though. Hang on. This one right here. Hang on. I'll find it. This might be an unreleased video. This might be a private video. Let me see. I don't think I ever released this video. I didn't. I have all my screwdrivers mixed up. Part that I Frankensteined out of this handle. The magnets that accepts. It's got all the sizes. Yeah, this is an unreleased video. So this is when I first got my speakers up. These speakers react with the background. So if I change my background, these speakers change. Watch. It's kind of cool. But if I go back into where the purples are on that screen, they go back purple, which is kind of cool. But anyway, so I was just kind of testing out. What's up, Shaka? So I was just kind of testing out, you know, video ideas and checking the camera and all that stuff. But yeah, unreleased video here, I think. Oh, members only. There you go. It's my favorite, and I'm showing you this impact driver because this is actually a screwdriver. It's got all the sizes you need. 3/8, 5/16, flathead, Robertson, anything you could possibly want. And it all goes in a screwdriver. And you get two different bits for your screwdriver, for your impact, for your drill, whatever you're doing. And one of these sizes here actually has a magnet on it. And I think it's on the blue one, and I think it's right. So we should show you what it is. Oh, you know what? Fail. I take apart my screwdrivers and make them the way I want them. So I actually don't even have the model number for that one. It's on a different short. It's on a live or something. This is an example of one that I took apart though. This is the Tough Built. Really, really nice handle. And then we took it apart and we put the Klein slide drive on it, which switches from 5/16 to 1/4 inch with the push of a button. And then it's got this rolly thing here that stops this from sliding down. But right now we're 1/4 inch. And then if you just pop that up, you're 5/16. And it's absolutely beautiful. Then I took the, so these are Klein shaft guts, right? Then I took the Klein impact slot, whatever you want to call it, out of another Klein screwdriver, the impact multi, and then I put the pieces that I wanted into this. So this is like 5 different screwdrivers all in one. Yeah, it's the 32500 HD. Exactly. Thank you, Joshua. Hard to do that when you get on with the phone and can't share screens and all that. So, but yeah, I actually, so I'm sending out a shipment to the winners, and I've got something planned for Joshua Wilson. So I'm actually sending Joshua Wilson this exact setup. And I'm going to go find my own. And I love this thing. I use it every day. But I'm going to send Joshua Wilson this exact setup. This one here. And then I'm also going to send him a Flex scarf from Flex. That was in my care package. Probably going to vacuum seal that. And then I'm sending him the original Milwaukee Sawzall blade set that recommends you to cut asbestos. And it's got all the blade. I think I'm missing one. But it's got all the blades, and it tells you what they all are for. They got all the model numbers, and they say Milwaukee all fancy on the side. And there's like green and blue. And they before Milwaukee even really started making the stubby blades whenever the hacksaw first came out, like in 2013 or whatever. So they actually had short blades from Milwaukee back in the day. and then they stopped doing it for like 30 years, and then they decided they needed to do it again. So got some pretty cool stuff. It's the least I can do. Did you see the new Klein Fastback knife? I did. I did. It's so bad. I'm probably gonna get it here pretty soon, but I will be making another video on the Klein toner. There's a new Klein toner out that does land stuff as well. I don't know if I'm gonna do that one, but there's a cheaper Klein toner for like 30 bucks that looks like it might do the same quality, and you can save 30 or $40. And that'd be good for like a homeowner that's just trying to trace circuits around their house that doesn't need to do all that fancy stuff. So we're going to be buying that one and trying that out. We're going to be trying some circuit tracers, and probably going to pick up that Klein knife, and I'm going to be picking up the Klein limited edition USA with the flag on the jaw part of it and stuff. And that all should be at Lowe's now. But yeah. Okay, I gotta get going. We got a lot of stuff to do. Got a lot of stuff to throw away. Going through photo albums, trying to take pictures of the photo albums, and then just trashing it, I guess. Yeah. Appreciate you guys. Hopefully Milwaukee comes out with these batteries soon. Hopefully they announce something at some point. And yeah, a 2.0 would be awesome, because nobody has a 2.0. They have a 2.5 and they have a 1.7. So be well, do awesome things. Yeah, appreciate it, my channel. All right, we'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.